Yeah, so this is The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I read this when I was in high school and it made me cry a lot.
Maddie, who from this line looks like they cry a lot?
That's hard to tell.
I am now recording. Will you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Maddie Gobo. I am the events manager at Skylight Books.
Hi guys, I'm Sebastian.
My name is Cherie. I'm a librarian.
How long have you been a librarian for?
All my life.
The last book I read was Whole, and I was like in high school, so.
Maddie, how frequently do you read?
Constantly, every day.
Would you say that you judge people for their taste in books?
Yes, but not in a bad way.
I think people that read a lot are super hot because it's definitely something that I'm not into, and while I'm doing my thing, they can do their own thing.
And what is your thing, Sebastian?
Everything besides reading books.
So Maddie, today you will be matching this group of strangers to their favorite books.
I don't want to get too cocky, but I feel like I'll do pretty well.
How do you think you're going to do at this?
I have no idea.
Would you please pull up the book, The Perks of Being a Wallflower?
Yeah, so this is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. This is a classic YA novel, been made into a movie. It's got big feeling.
Yeah, it's kept in the young adult section, and that's who typically checks it out because it's on a lot of reading lists.
I read this when I was in high school and it made me cry a lot.
Maddie, who from this line looks like they cry a lot?
That's hard to tell from the Zoom photos. I'm going to make them bigger, see if I can see any tear tracks.
Okay, I want to talk to Skylar.
Hello.
What the novel is, it seems like someone's like, they're younger. Skylar's very young looking to me.
Skylar seems like the right age range for this book.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm totally guessing. I have no idea how old you are.
Please guess.
I don't know, like early 20s?
I'm 26.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do you like to do for fun, Skylar?
I'm an actor. I'm a singer. I really like to write.
What's your favorite band?
I have a My Chemical Romance tattoo, as well as a Blink-182 tattoo.
Ooh.
I think that this might be Skylar's favorite book.
All right, well, we're going to reveal that at the very end. So if you could next please pull up the Elon Musk biography.
Okay, everybody knows who Elon Musk is.
Okay, Elon Musk, oh, he's cute.
Have you heard that name before? Do you know anything about Elon Musk?
I've never heard of Elon Musk ever in my life.
This looks like it's a kind of a journalistic profile of Elon, complex portrait of a complex man. Hard to say whether this is critical of Elon Musk or laudatory. I want to hear from Maximilian. How are you?
I'm superb.
What do you do for work?
I'm unemployed right now, but I'm a UX designer, so I'm all about making websites like easy to use and also pretty. Do you think that's very a musky job?
Well, I think the fact that you're tech adjacent makes you a little bit more likely, but if you're kind of more on the design and aesthetic side of things, maybe that's less likely.
The person that wants to read this book is someone that wants to become a millionaire. Okay, how did this man become a billionaire? So how can I do it?
Do you like science fiction, movies?
Yeah, absolutely. So Star Wars as a little kid, and that kind of, I've been interested in sci-fi stuff ever since.
Would you ever go to space?
You couldn't pay me enough.
Fair enough. I feel the same way.
Well, I'm going to guess Alfred because of the science fiction connection.
I'm giving that to Alfred.
Okay.
You're trying to become a billionaire.
This is a tough one because I feel like Elon is such a polarizing figure. I'm going to tentatively pick Skylar, but I may be wrong.
Okay. For the next book, I'm going to have you pull up The Vegetarian.
So this book is The Vegetarian. It's by Han Kang. I feel like it's a biography about this woman had a horrible nightmare. Now she's becoming vegetarian.
This is a great novel. It's just about this woman who basically decides that she's going to stop eating meat, and that kind of spirals to a surreal degree.
What kind of person do you think reads this book?
A reader, maybe who has read Kafka, maybe who likes surreal art.
I feel like I can read this book. I mean, the font is very medium. It's not too many words.
You need a bit of an adventurous reader for this one, and somebody who's not afraid to go a little bit dark.
Will you read us a little passage from it, Sebastian?
You're getting carried away. I was never that girl to read out loud in school, bitch. I went to the restroom. She kept on putting the parcel of meat into the rubbish bag, seemingly no more aware of the extent that she had been last. Beef and pork, pieces of chicken. Ugh, that sounds horrible together, actually. In a bag, like jambalaya.
All right, I'm going to call Katya. So what are your hobbies? Do you like surreal art?
I do.
Very interesting.
Do you like being scared?
No, I really don't. I don't like scary movies or anything.
Okay, this is probably not your book.
What do you guys usually have at Thanksgiving dinner?
You know, the turkey, the mac and cheese.
And what's your favorite fast food restaurant?
I would have to say Chick-fil-A.
Would you be willing to give Chick-fil-A up?
It would be hard, but yes.
Is there like one particular thing that you do like when you're feeling really bad to make yourself feel better?
Talking to people, I am just so stuck in my head all the time that to absorb someone else's energy just a little bit is definitely nice when I'm feeling down.
These are very good answers in line with the spirit of this book. I'm assigning the vegetarian to Maximilian.
This book to Katya. I base it on the fact that she's artistic. She likes surrealism.
All right, fantastic.
If I'm so wonderful, why am I still single? Good question. And this is by Susan Page.
Susan Page is a relationship expert. It's quite dense, actually. Okay, so this is a little bit of a curveball.
And what kind of person do you think would read this book?
A single person.
Does anyone here look particularly single to you?
Gee, how do you look single?
So Alfred, are you dating right now?
Yeah, I live with my girlfriend.
Okay, so you're definitely out of the picture.
Would you ever read self-help information?
I'm into self-help books. I think that they can be helpful. The more you learn about the world, it can be applied to a lot of different things.
That's true. You can learn things about yourself that will help you.
Exactly.
Skylar, I want to hear from you again. What do you do for work?
Right now I'm a student and I'm pursuing a degree in psychology and sociology.
Okay, I want to assign you this book now, just because I think it kind of seems to line up with your interests better than the Elon Musk book. So I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna unassign Elon Musk because I think this is maybe for somebody who's more interested in how humans think and function.
All right, fantastic. We are now going to move on to our last book. Let's move on to The Princess Academy.
This is the Princess Academy. It is it's kind of heavy, but it kind of gives me those old, my mom used to have these, the sexy books with the men on them. It's kind of giving me that vibe.
I don't know too much about Princess Academy, though I know it's a series. Shannon Hale is a fantastic middle grade and YA author. She won the Newbery Honor for this.
The Newbery is given to children's books, so it's officially classified as a children's book.
So now that I know everyone a little bit better, actually I'm going to ask Alfred. Alfred, what's your favorite Disney princess?
I've never thought about that. Mulan.
This might be a book where somebody read it when they were younger and held on to it for a long time.
I'm going to pick Shalice for this.
Why do you pick me?
Because you just have that glow about you.
That's Skylar. That's what Skylar's reading.
I'm going to assign Shalice to Princess Academy and Alfred to Elon Musk.
All right. How do you think you did with that, Maddie?
So I don't think I did as well as I thought I would do.
Okay, well, we are about to find out. If Maddie guessed your book correctly, could you please raise your hand?
One. Oh, wow, this is so shameful. Don't tell my coworkers. Oh my God, no.
It's so bad.
If Sebastian guessed you correctly, will you please raise your hands?
Yay!
I'm impressed.
I am also very impressed. Let's start off and talk about these people who you guessed correctly. Shalice, do you want to start first and talk about your book?
Yes, so my book is If I'm So Wonderful, Why Am I Still Single?
Yay! I'm so happy. All the books I do have, they're all pretty much self-help, zodiac sign kind of vibe, just getting to know your inner self and stuff like that.
I almost picked you for that.
I really love this book just because I just want to become a better person, I just, like you said, I want to glow, learn all the things.
Well, I'm going to certainly give it a look-see now that I have it, and I appreciate you picking it out because otherwise I probably wouldn't have picked it up.
Let's move along down the line to Alfred.
Perks of being a wallflower.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
You're kidding. I never would have picked that for you. Never.
For a coming-of-age tale, this was fun. And also, it wasn't another upper middle class upbringing. It was somebody who didn't have a bunch of money. I felt like this did everything that Catcher in the Rye did 10 times better. Way less pretentious.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So what was it like growing up for you as a kid, Alfred?
I was a loud, obnoxious class clown.
So it's the same. It carried on.
I'm the vegetarian. So I dissociate sometimes because of like trauma in the past. And so now I look to art forms that are a little bit more surreal and talk about topics like mental illness. I like that the vegetarian is covering how mental illness is perceived in another country.
Are you a vegetarian?
I'm not a vegetarian at all. You assumed that it was about like literally how to become a vegetarian, but like in Korea, it's like considered a mental illness, I guess, or it like causes this lady like a bunch of problems because she's a vegetarian.
Can I give you a book recommendation?
Yes, yes, you can.
You should read Yoko Ogawa's The Memory Police. It is
Police.
the best book I've read this year. It hits on a lot of the stuff that you're talking about, and I think it'll like really, you'll love it.
Let's move on to our next person. Katja, will you please like just pull up your book and tell Maddie what you're into?
So mine is the Elon book.
Brava, brava. Why is it? I mean, do you want to colonize Mars in the future, or?
I actually finished in a top 10 position for Tesla last semester, but they couldn't hire me because I didn't graduate yet. Hope to work for them either next year or the year after. And I actually have a Elon Musk tattoo. So
Good for you, sis.
I'm very excited to like go on to bigger, better things, make more money than all the men, step on all of their throats, do my best life.
So my book is The Princess Academy.
Nice.
I'm a trans dude and I grew up reading a lot of books about girls, but Shannon Hale just writes them really well. And I'm also a writer myself, and one of the things that is super important to me is good world building, and Shannon Hale is wonderful at that.
I agree.
Skylar, what a wonderful book review you just gave.
I really like it. It might be weird as a trans dude to like a book that's about women, but that's also one of the reasons why I know I'm not one, because I admire them. I'm not like, oh, that's me. I'm like, they're so cool.
Is there anything that surprised you?
I mean, you all surprised me. The great thing about book selling is that you can't really assume what people are into until you talk to them in quite great detail. But you all were so gracious, and I think this was quite satisfying.
Thank you guys for sharing your guys' books with me. I really appreciate it.
Sebastian, does this make you want to read any of the books that we talked about today?
No, it doesn't actually.
You know what it did? Because the libraries are all closed, so I'm not working, and it made me really miss the library and working with patrons and books. So I just love this time with you guys and the books. So I miss that. Reading keeps smiling, beautiful people.